I used to mama payday. I'm happy about that. This came 2 hours ago. This came about 12 o'clock. I was still at work.
Over the past few days, Jynxzi has once again gotten into a situation that's threatened his entire career. For those who don't know, Jynxzi's been on top of the streaming world for the better part of 2 years at this point, doing his best to stay out of controversy and just make good content. And over the past few days, his patience regarding how other streamers treat him has reached an all-time low. See, Jynxzi's been hosting tournaments with a bunch of streamers in the community, which is something that we really hadn't seen happen before, especially to the degree that Jynxzi was doing it. However, the tournaments would end up going exactly as Jynxzi predicted. Many streamers who previously said that they were gonna be able to make it to the tournament either wouldn't show up at all, or they would flake for some bullshit reason 24 hours before the event was supposed to start. Keep in mind, all these tournaments were planned for weeks in advance, meaning that they would have had to go out of their way to plan something during the exact time Jynxzi's tournament was planned, which in the end is just super disrespectful to Jynxzi. Not only is he doing these tournaments to get a bunch of views and make entertaining content, but he's also doing them to bring streamers together. Many streamers who were in the tournament previously didn't even like each other, but would still compete, be respectful, and have a bunch.
This is what just $83 a month could get you.
Please shut the heck up. I'm back.
Doing these tournaments to get a bunch of views and make entertaining content, but he's also doing them to bring streamers together. Many streamers who were in the tournament previously didn't even like each other, but would still compete, be respectful, and have a bunch of fun. And this just made it 10 times worse when people would ditch the tournament, as they were treating this thing that Jynxzi put a lot of time into for all these streamers as if it was just an idea left on the back burner. So with that, I saw this video on my YouTube feed about this situation and thought it looked interesting. So today, I thought we'd check it out together as a group for the one time. So make sure you guys drop a like on this video. Let's
Oh, he's doing a reaction video? I'm doing a reaction video to a reaction video? Wait, hold up. Am I?
to hit 3,000 likes. Subscribe if you're on YouTube, and also follow if you're on Spotify. And without further ado, let's peep out this video.
Bro, I just seen this clip. It says Jynxzi reveals his 40 streamer Valorant tournament has been canceled and moved to next weekend due to creators flaking within the last 24 hours. What is up with all these creators giving Jynxzi the short end of the stick, bro? Actually, no, I know what it is, because he's genuinely a nice guy, and people in this time take kindness for weakness. They see it as convenience, bro. I literally seen on YouTube a 20-minute compilation of streamers taking advantage of Jynxzi's kindness, bro. This dude is one of the most humble stand-up people. He stays out the way, minds his business. All he wants to do is just generate good content and bring people together. And they're playing with his head top and disrespect him every single time he does it, bro.
That's 100% facts. All Jynxzi wants to do in these situations is bring streamers together and make extremely good content for his audience. And also, Jynxzi is always so nice to literally every other streamer he's ever collaborated with. So it really does seem like all the streamers who are ditching Jynxzi are just taking this situation for granted.
God is my witness. This is my last time ever trying to bring together 16 streamers for a tournament. PBM is late. XQC is asleep. Arky's not even here. And then Ron and Marlon told me last minute, 45 minutes before the tournament started, that they have a flight at 8:30.
2 days ago, Jynxzi had a 40 streamer Valorant tournament organized and ready to go. 40 of the biggest streamers in the world.
Wow, 40, gosh.
Were supposed to compete. He had put the work in to make it happen. And then, within the last 24 hours before the event, creators started flaking.
Chat, listen,
Pokemon definitely her. I can't stand that witch.
We were gonna do a Valorant tournament today. Relax, let me explain. We were gonna do a Valorant tournament today, but
You didn't get that.
a bunch of people canceled in the last 24 hours, and we just it was just cooked. So we're gonna be able to do it next week, 100%.
And what makes it even worse than this is the amount of work that Jynxzi does to put these events together. Like seriously, we don't see any other streamer doing stuff like Jynxzi does. Like he goes out of his way to contact all of these streamers and bring all of these people together so that they can all combine their audiences and make really good content. Yet, like I said, they're putting this tournament on the back burner of their content. Like they're saying, oh yeah, I'll be there. And then whenever the tournament comes around, they're like, oh wait, I actually just...
So they're like, oh wait, never mind, I can't come because I don't want to. That's pretty much what they said.
Don't want to do this, or I planned other content that I care more about, so I'm just gonna call off on Jynxzi. Despite obviously having this tournament set up weeks in advance and agreeing to be there weeks in advance. It's just really disrespectful and scummy because Jynxzi's only trying to do something positive, and all these creators are quite literally preventing that from happening.
Not a week out when he could have found replacements. Not a few days out when the damage was still manageable. Within the last 24 hours, enough of them canceled that the entire tournament had to be postponed to next weekend. 40 streamers. The #1 Twitch sub streamer organizing a free event for his peers, and they canceled the night before. Now, if this was the first time, you might give people...
You got Homelander being confused. Like, what has happened with the streaming world? If Homelander was a streamer, he'd be cussing all day. He is pretty much evil Superman, but with the flag really serving the United States of America flag.
The benefit of the doubt. Things come up. Schedules clash, emergencies happen, but this is not the first time. This is not even close to the first time. This is a pattern that has been building for a while, and the Valorant tournament is just the latest entry in a list that keeps growing. Because back in February, the exact same thing happened. Different game, same result. Jynxzi organized a 16-streamer Rocket League tournament. He announced it 10 days in advance, with the time included. 10 days, with the specific time.
And I respect that. That's why I said that 10 days in advance. I said the date 10 days in advance with the time!
You really do gotta give Jynxzi
I know it's a SpongeBob voice, but it's still funny.
Respect where respect's due, though. Like, if it was me having a tournament with, like, 40 other streamers in a huge event that I've been promoting to my audience, and then a bunch of them call off within 24 hours of the tournament starting, I would have told all of them that they're not competing in any more of my tournaments. Yet, Jynxzi is still nice to all these people and continues to invite them to even more tournaments, despite them being late, calling off, or damn near sleeping through the entire thing. And I feel like it also just goes to show how entitled a lot of modern day streamers are. And I'm not saying that all streamers are entitled or all the streamers who called off are entitled, because let's be honest, a lot of them aren't, but there are a lot who genuinely think that they're just more important than they are. And I'm not gonna call out any names because that would low-key be cringe of me to do so, but I feel like if you have a brain and you're in the streaming community at least a little bit, then you probably can list some names of, you know, who I'm talking about.
He did everything you are supposed to do when you are organizing an event.
I don't know who he's talking about. Maybe Jack Doherty, maybe Neon, I don't know. Maybe Kyson, I don't know.
He gave people more than enough notice to plan around it. And when the tournament was supposed to start, PBM was late. XQC was asleep. Archie was not there at all. Stable Ronaldo...
Picture of XQC asleep. I mean, he's better sleeping than talking to people.
And Marlon told him 45 minutes before the start time that they had a flight at 8:30.
Just too much chicken for too little.
Oh my gosh. I'm back.
Notice to plan around it. And when the tournament was supposed to start, PBM was late. XQC was asleep. Archie was not there at all. Stable Ronaldo and Marlon told him 45 minutes before the start time that they had a flight at 8:30.
PBM is late. XQC is asleep. Arky's not even here. And then Ron and Marlon told me last minute, 45 minutes before the tournament started, that they have a flight at 8:30.
A flight that they had presumably booked sometime during the 10-day window that Jynxzi gave them, and decided not to mention until 45 minutes before his tournament was supposed to begin. He went on stream and said it clearly.
As God is my witness, this is my last time ever trying to bring together 16 streamers for a tournament. How is PBM late? How do Ron and Marlon have a flight at 8?
Because the average streamer doesn't have a schedule. The average streamer doesn't.
And I respect that. That's why I said that 10 days in advance. I said the date 10 days in advance with the time!
Y'all got him
out with the average streamer does not have a schedule, then they have absolutely no excuse to be late to an event they were given 10 days notice for. If your entire day is unstructured and you have no prior commitments, then you have nothing competing with the one thing you agreed to show up for.
I'm gonna make it very clear. I don't think all of these streamers are terrible people. It's all
some of them have no schedule. They post when they post. Like, honestly.
Just streaming at the end of the day, it changes.
A lot of YouTubers and TikTokers and big Facebookers and Instagrammers, they post when they post.
Schedules happen. Like,
what the hell? Hang on, y'all. My sound went out. That was weird.
Streamers are terrible people. It's all just streaming at the end of the day. Changes in schedules happen. Life happens and things like that. But in the situation with Stable Ronaldo and Marlon, I mean, them having a flight conveniently at the same time as Jynxzi's tournament, and then them not telling him that they had this flight until 45 minutes before it all started, I mean, that's kind of crazy and kind of disrespectful if you think about it. I like Stable Ronaldo, I like Marlon, but I have to call them out for this one. Because because again, this is something that Jynxzi put a lot of time into. It's hard to coordinate 16 streamers who all have full schedules of things that they're doing every day to take a 5-hour
y'all said 40. Okay.
segment of their stream or so and do a tournament that he set up. But them having a flight at the same time as all of this, presumably scheduling it, know that Jynxzi had his tournament on this same day, is overall just pretty disrespectful in my opinion. But again, I like Ron, I like Marlon, but I do have to call them out for, you know, things like this.
There is something important about what these people were actually being asked to do that needs to be said plainly. They were not being asked to travel anywhere. They were not being asked to block off a full day. They were not being asked to put anything on hold or make any significant sacrifice. They needed to turn on their computer, open the game, and be in the lobby. That is it. Their job, the thing they get paid to do, is to sit at a computer and stream. And they could not do that on the one specific evening that they had agreed to do it 10 days in advance. Some of them could not even manage a message saying they were not coming until it was too late for Jynxzi to find a replacement. That is not a calendar issue. That is just not caring enough to follow through on something you committed to.
And throughout every single time he has been disrespected, bro, Jynxzi just takes it on his shoulder and smiles, bro. He doesn't get mad about it. He just literally charges it to the game and just keeps going forward. He is he is literally the biggest streamer right now. He has damn near 100,000 subscribers on Twitch, and he does that every single month. No subathon, no real big events, just him and his community, bro. And people just treat him like he's some type of nobody.
That's 100% true, and I feel like a lot of that is because Jynxzi more so just stays.
Well, if this is true, Jynxzi needs to stand up for himself. Jynxzi, how you doing, buddy, today? If you were watching the video, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? But if this is true, Jynxzi needs to stand up for yourself, buddy. I feel like Jynxzi could throw some hands. I'm just saying.
In his own lane. Well, a lot of these streamers are constantly doing collaborations and stuff like that. Like, let's take FaZe Clan, for example. They all live in the same house. They all do IRL and stuff like that. And they're very, very personality and lifestyle driven. While Jynxzi more so just sits on his desktop and plays games all day. Yes, he has a structure, and yes, he does collaborations with a lot of other desktop streamers. But I feel like he does more so stay in his own lane and just kind of does his own thing. Which makes a lot of other people who are really in the community of like FaZe Clan, AMP, and all that stuff, look at him as kind of like an outcast and a weird guy or something like that. Really? And someone that they can kind of take advantage of, which is really honestly sad. Yet Jynxzi is the only streamer who's actually doing these types of events, who's putting in the time to bring people together from all sorts of communities. Like I said, many of these people don't even like each other, yet they're still competing against each other, and all having a good time creating a bunch of good content. Anyways, though, I wanted to touch on this because I've seen a few videos related to this situation.
So, if Jynxzi, he did 10 days advance. 10 days advance is actually good. It's actually a good thing because 10 days ahead. So 10 days later, the event happens. It's gonna happen within those 10 days period. You got something coming up. Let him know. And it's like within those 10 days, like the fourth day of the 10 days, you schedule. Let him know. And like seriously, don't let him know though. Like you got something to do in general, he want to do something with you. He was streaming too. He want to hang out with you. In general, just let him know. I'm just saying, general for example. I don't know if this is actually true or what's going on, and there's actually all this stuff. Because they have 40 streamers, but I just know he said 10 days in advance. So he said the date 10 days in advance. This probably is true, this stuff. This probably is.
Absolutely going crazy all over
YouTube.
Research. So with that, Spotify shoutout of the day goes to Chris B98. Thank you so much for the support on Spotify, bro. I really, really appreciate you a lot. And YouTube shoutout of the day goes to Aquatic. Thank you so much for the support on YouTube. I really appreciate you as well, brother. If you guys want to get a shoutout in the next video, then drop a comment down below saying W video or simply just asking for a shoutout, and you might get a shoutout in the next video. Anyways, though, I appreciate you all so much for watching today's video. It's been your boy Janke.
And he's leaving, y'all. He's leaving.
See you all in the next one, and I'm out.
See ya, buddy. All right, see ya.